What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Let me get to my new spot. Oh, hey, everybody. This is Carlton Hamilton. Oh, let me back up. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. I like my shirt. This is old school. I've had this for a while. Do the Right Thing. How many of y'all remember this movie by Spike Lee? Great movie. All right. This is Plan Your Greatness, and again, I'm your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. Let's get right into it. This is the last two videos, okay? But this one particularly, this is number 11. We're gonna have one more after this. This is the Leadership Principles I Learned in Prison series, volume 11, presentation. You want to make sure that you are looking like success, speaking like success, and acting like success. And you want to make sure that you're doing this on a consistent basis. Today, tomorrow, and the next day. This becomes very important because people are looking at you all the time. And more specifically, let's talk about when I was in prison. That was such an emotionally empowering, enlightening, humbling experience of my life. Because there were so many things going on. And one of them is every day you were getting a heavy dose of negativity. So it's very easy for you to get tired. And so I presented myself. I made sure that I was well groomed. Being on the rec yard, I could get access to haircuts on a regular basis. Usually I got them free because, I was trading back and forth with the barber. I made sure I had nice shirts, nice pants, because I had formulated a relationship with the clothing warehouse. I was just getting the things that I needed to get, shoes. So I presented myself well. I read on a regular basis, so I spoke well. And because I wanted to be treated well, I treated others well. And I did that every single day. All right? So I looked like success, I spoke like success, I acted like success, and I did it consistently. Now I want to show you something. See this right here? I think I mentioned this before in one of my other videos, and so I wanted to find it. This was the actual folder that I used to carry around in prison. I was able to keep pretty much all my stuff intact through all the movements and everything. But I used to carry this around all the time. It has a lot of good quotes on it, like a disciplined pupil who is able and wishes to learn. That is the foundation of the psych religion. The human being is transformed by where his mind goes, not his body. That was apropos to me being in prison, that I understood that I was there physically, but I didn't try to stay there too many times mentally. A man is defined as mind. The person ruled by demands of the body is not a man, meaning that I needed to make sure that I elevated myself mentally. Now, I carried this around all the time, and it was part of my image. And there was a particular day that I was on the recreation yard, and another inmate I yelled out my name. I heard, "Teach!" And I looked over my shoulder, and outside the rec field fence, there was this Native American. I cannot remember his name. But he had a folder in his hand, a white manila folder. And he held up the folder. He was like, and then he put it back down, put it to his side, and then just kept walking. Now, I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really give it much thought then. But I'm sure I processed it, and it's much easier for me to process it now. That my image of carrying around this impressed upon him that there was value, there was an image of power, of confidence, of intelligence by him just carrying that folder. He said, "Yeah, I got, I got a folder too." I don't know if he had a sheet of paper in there. I have no idea, but it meant something. So my whole presentation while I was in there or in prison was to project to the point where I had somebody copy me. So there may have been other people that didn't copy me, but I know what I was projecting out to them made them feel as though I had value. I had knowledge. I was walking in a better light. And I made sure that every morning back when I came out the cell, that I was presenting myself in that light. Now, that's how I was doing in prison, because you're talking about an environment that is very, very oppressive. Now, let's think about this as far as in the workforce in real life today. If I show up to work unshaven, now let's be real about this. There are a lot of jobs today that allow you to wear beards and all this stuff. And let's just say if I show up to work well groomed, whatever that means. If I show up to work smelling good, if I have on a shirt, it's pressed or it's ironed. If I have on pants, they're not sagging, they're not wrinkled. If I have shoes, they're not looking crazy, muddy, run over. You see what I'm saying? It's the appearance that I care about myself. And when you care about yourself, that's going to project to others that when you're talking to them, they're going to have a sense of that you care about them. So any dialogue that you have with them, people are going to come to me. The more that I carried myself and presented myself in a positive light, I began to get more questions. People sought me out because it was a sense of, man, this brother really cares and takes the time. And I tried to make sure that I did that. I tried to be very knowledgeable so I could help people out. So as you think about that in the real world, is that you want to present yourself so people take you seriously. That's a leadership principle that has to have a lot of value in it. Your presentation gives your subordinates and your superiors a sense of, this person cares about himself. This person cares about his job. Your productivity is going to tell you care about your job. But before that really shines, you want to make sure that these people they believe you're taken seriously. So that when you go for a promotion, it isn't just about, well, this person has the numbers, but there's just something about him that just doesn't quite, it just doesn't. But if you come into work every day and you look like you about your business, and then you go in there and you're applying for a raise, or you say something, they're going to go, yeah. Because every time I see this person look like he's about his business and his numbers match. And if you are doing that, if you are presenting yourself in this light that people are taking you very serious, you know what I'm going to say? You're planning your greatness. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I will say this again. Plan your greatness. And you know why? Because no one else will. I'll see y'all next time.